There are over 8.5 million deaf people in Nigeria. While some of them are able to speak, some are unable to. But the unifying factor is that they cannot hear. As such, they rely on sign language to communicate effectively. Deaf communities seem to be a world of its own with their culture and way of interaction. They can't communicate effectively with those who can hear except with the aid of a sign language interpreter or lip reading or writing out their message. Just imagine a deaf person without a sign language interpreter trying to commute from one location to the other in the busy streets of Lagos. To eliminate one of the barriers to social interactions among deaf persons, the Christian Mission for the Deaf Church was founded by Dr. Andrew Foster in 1965 and has since served not just a place of worship, but as a safe space for deaf persons.
This platform provides a safe space because whether you like it or not, people who have support groups. Those living with HIV, for instance, have their support groups. You have people, drug users, having their support group where they are recovering. So for a place like this, it's a safe space for that support system to happen. So it's a community on its own. And you can't take it, the world is going towards building tribes. So in my own perception, is the fact that this is a tribe on its own. So, and what can begin to happen when hearing people come in here is to say, oh, we also want to be a part of that your tribe, so that you also understand the fact that we are also hearing people that is interested, just like we want you to be interested in us, learning your language, learning to be able to communicate with you. So you cannot totally eradicate support safe systems like this that is happening here and say, oh, I understand the concept of building an inclusive world, but we are not going to take you out of who it is, because the deaf have deaf culture. So this is what happens here. So it's about creating that space where we know we are safe within ourselves, but at the same time we are safe enough to say you can come in even though you are not deaf, and you can come in and also learn about us as we also come into the larger world and learn about you.
The church, the deaf people, upliftment, they will provide education, they will provide rehabilitation for deaf people, and bring them to the full knowledge of Christ. That is how we support them, encourage them from being a social, able to depend on themselves. Able to depend on themselves in terms of education.
Church elders and members believe that attending a regular church would not help deaf people to understand effectively, as the message could be lost during interpretation.
In hearing churches, the hearing church, pastor will preach the word, interpreter cannot follow everything. Sometimes they remove, sometimes they add. So many deaf don't understand. Here now, we use breaking, they break down English to help our people to understand in education. So they don't like, there are some parts of people there, they use big grammars. So wow, the interpreter, before they can break it down to be a long time. So here they break the English down so for proper understanding. Now here, deaf to deaf communication, there's a proper understanding between them. But hearing communication, hearing with hearing only can be proper, but for hearing to deaf, there may be a problem.
The pastor or anything that the interpreter will not explain completely.
Despite that they can't hear, they sing praises and worship, beat drums and also pray, all in sign language. Here, they were singing the popular song, I'll Lift Up Jesus Higher, O Jehovah, Alpha and Omega, O Jehovah, Alpha and Omega, you are worthy of our praises today. You are worthy of our praises today. Apart from deaf people, their children also attend the church. Esther Ogedengbe is a child of deaf adults, as they are popularly referred to, and has been attending the church since she was born 15 years ago. Her both parents are deaf, and she serves as a sign language interpreter in the church.
My parents attended this church, so they gave birth to me in this church. And since then, I've been attending this church till now. I found the church very, very interesting. And I'm very happy coming here every Sunday because it pleased me. And I'm happy to teach the younger ones coming sign language too. If I go to other church, when they are singing, they follow the beats and stuff like that. So we dance to music like that. But they have their way of singing and drumming and things like that. Okay, I enjoyed coming here. I'm so happy to be here.
Our only common identity is deafness. We are among people who does not interpreter. There is another group of people who are part of our community. CODA, CODA, children of deaf adults. We have many people. There are plenty presently here. We have Sunday school for them, children classes, and through that they learn sign language. And from it, they become our interpreter. Children of the blind will be guide to them. Children of the handicap will be guide to them. But for us, deaf, our children will be our interpreter. Will be here. When we don't hear, they hear for us.
Victory Ashemiamie is a student of Lagos State College of Health, Yaba. She is learning sign language as a course, and she is attending the church to interact with deaf people and understand the deaf culture.
We came to celebrate with the deaf listening community. I was even happy that they are opportune to do different things like normal people that can speak. But I just saw that it's one of my courses, so I have to do it. Well, I'm happy that I'm doing it, and I want to even learn it well so that it can help me later if I have a person that is deaf.
Two blind men, Barrister Lukman Salami and a doctoral researcher, Michael Fadeyi, worshipped at the church. But it was a struggle as the blind depend largely on their sense of hearing.
As a blind person, it's very fascinating, and because you can hear, it's a total different world entirely. We know that communication is very important in the world, and for a group of people who feel excommunicated from the mainstream, it's a liberating experience for them to be among themselves and to be able to fully take part in a solemn spiritual celebration as worshiping God. So I think it's a very good development, and it will help many more deaf persons to know Christ and to be partakers of the church.
I feel happy to attend to this service, being a special of its kind. That's just the truth of the matter. Coming to a deaf church where all their programs, the activities for the Sunday activities are being done in a deaf way is something, it's a welcome development, and I'm happy to be part of today's service. Initially, when I came in, I was wondering that all these people are not trying to build a world of their own. But I now learned that it's even a learning core for people, because you can see now, we have a lot of younger ones around who are trying to do what? To learn sign language and to even learn the deaf culture, because as we have the blind culture, we have the deaf culture, as we have the Yoruba culture, the Igbo culture, even the Lagos culture. Even within Lagos, we have the Muslim culture and some other things like that. So it's even an avenue for people to learn the way the deaf interact and behave. Coupled with the fact that even after the church service, they are still going back to the larger society to mingle and interact. Like behind me now, we have students from Lagos State College of Medicine who are doing their outreach here today, and that is when they said that part of their curriculum now is sign language is not compulsory. So for them to know whether they are grasping the training at least they are here to test their ability as far as learning sign language is concerned. And from here, they are able to interact directly with the culture of the day, which they may not get anywhere except in a specialized setting like this.
The church has created more opportunities for deaf people to interact among themselves. But there are so many deaf people outside the church, as the population stands between 200 to 500, depending on the church service. They, however, need vehicles to convey members from different parts of the state.
We are only 20 and something, but now you have over 100 now. Between 190 and something like that. So, like, I don't know the actual population of that. They are still starting for one to buy bus, like to be carrying the people from long place like the church.
On that day, the deaf shall hear the words of the books.